Today we're talking about formulas. Our objective is transforming literal equations. So for example, if we have area is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. This is the formula for the area of a triangle. Now let's say we have to solve the formula for height. In other words, we have to solve for height. Solve for h. In other words, we want h by itself. If we want h by itself, that means we need to send b to the other side of the equal sign and the 1/2 to the other side of the equal sign. So, how do we start this process? First thing we have to get rid of is this fraction. How do we get rid of a fraction when we're solving an equation? We multiply times the reciprocal, so 2 over 1. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So this means 2a, because 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. So 2 times a is equal to b times h. Now our goal was to solve for h, so have we finished? No. What do we do to leave h by itself? What is the inverse? Divide. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. What you do to one side, you do to the other. That means that 2a, or 2 times the area, is divided by the base is equal to the height. If we have to solve for w, that means we need to send the 2 to the other side and the L to the other side. So what do we have to do first? We've got 2 times and then in parentheses L plus W, or length plus width. If we have to solve for W, the first thing we have to get rid of is the 2. What's the inverse operation?
Division.
Division. So we divide by 2. What you do to one side, do to the other. This means P over 2 is equal to length plus W. Length plus width. Do these parentheses matter now? No. So if I get rid of them, it means the same thing, right? Now I want W by itself. That's what I'm solving for. What do I have to do next?
L.
Minus L. What you do to one side? So this means P divided by 2 minus L equal to W. If we have y equals 5x plus 7 and we need to solve for x, this means we need x by itself. So the first thing we need to get to the other side is what? The plus 7. The inverse operation is minus 7. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Y minus 7 equals 5x. Now we still need to have x by itself. So what is the inverse operation? Divide by 5. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So that means y minus 7 divided by 5 is equal to x. If we have y minus 4 equals 3x minus 8 and we have to solve for x, what do we have to get rid of first? 8. So that means plus 8 and plus 8. Negative 4 plus 8 is what?
4.
So y plus 4 equals 3x. Why did I add minus 4 plus 8? They're like terms. So are we finished solving for x? Divided by 3 would be the inverse operation, division. What you do to one side, do to the other. Y plus 4 divided by 3 is equal to x. If we have a times b minus d is equal to c, and we have to solve for b, what is the first thing we have to get rid of? The d. So the inverse would be plus d. What you do to one side, you do to the other. This means ab is equal to c plus d. Have we finished? No, we want A by itself. What's the inverse operation? You divide by B. What you do to one side, do to the other. That means A equals C plus D divided by B. Yes, we are solving for B. So, me saldrete, big mistake. Okay, and I even circled in red. So, sorry about that. Let me fix it. So, we're solving for B. And this is a common mistake. Don't do the same mistake I did. So we're dividing by A. Dividing by A. B is equal to C plus D over A. Solving for B. Questions?